Performing t-test in Microsoft Excel. Hello and welcome to our tutorial on how to perform a t-test in Excel. In this video, we'll be walking you through the steps to conduct a t-test using Microsoft Excel. A t-test is a statistical test used to determine whether two sets of data are significantly different from each other. It's a common tool used in scientific research, and it can be used to compare the means of two groups. Step 1. Prepare your data. The first step in conducting a t-test is to prepare your data. Make sure that you have two sets of data that you want to compare. In Excel, you can enter your data into two separate columns or two separate rows. Step 2. Calculate the means and standard deviations. Once you have your data in Excel, the next step is to calculate the means and standard deviations for each set of data. To do this, you can use the average and stdev functions in Excel. Step 3. Calculate the t-value. After calculating the means and standard deviations, you can now calculate the t-value. The t-value is a measure of the difference between the two means and takes into account the sample size and standard deviation of each group. Step 4. Determine the p-value. The next step is to determine the p-value. The p-value is a measure of the probability of obtaining a result as extreme or more extreme than the one observed, assuming the null hypothesis is true. You can use the t_dist.2t function in Excel to calculate the p-value. Step 5. Interpret the results. Finally, you can interpret the results of your t-test. If the p-value is less than your chosen significance level, typically 0.05, then you can reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is a significant difference between the two sets of data. If the p-value is greater than your chosen significance level, then you fail to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is not a significant difference between the two sets of data. And that's it. Those are the steps to conducting a t-test in Excel. Remember to always check your assumptions and choose an appropriate significance level before conducting your test. Thanks for watching, and we hope this tutorial was helpful.